Hey everyone, thank you for checking out this channel. I'll be discussing all about the NBA. Topics can vary depending on what is going on. I do hope the listeners are engaged and are interested in what I would like to discuss. By the end of this video, if you like it, please subscribe and like this video. For my first intro, I would like to talk about the Toronto Raptors, what went wrong during this season, what is happening now, and what will happen at the trade deadline that's happening on February 8th, coming up this week. So let's start on the first topic. What went wrong for the Toronto Raptors for this year? So we can discuss the obvious. The Toronto Raptors not trading Fred VanVleet last season before the trade deadline, as it was his last year on his contract. He was a free agent. He tested the waters, which he wanted, and he got his massive contract, which you cannot deny it. It was a lot of money, but as a team, as the Toronto Raptors should be very happy that he left, as his stay wasn't the greatest at the time during that last year. There was too much negativity happening, too much selfishness, what they kept reporting, and so forth. So the one thing everyone has to realize, the other cases that also happened was because we did not trade Fred, we traded for Jakob Poeltl for a first round draft pick, which basically locked us up for like so many years that we cannot trade the pick. And which is unfortunate for us as of right now, as everyone is aware. So what was the negative impact of not trading Fred VanVleet last year at the trade deadline? This basically made us believe for trading Jakob Poeltl, a center, and a first round pick to get him. Now, what also this caused? This caused so many issues that Jakob Poeltl does not provide spacing. All he can do is provide screens. He's not really that good of a shot blocker he was back in the day when he was younger, when he first was with the Toronto Raptors. So you can see he does not really provide support. And you can even witness it from the last game when he came back. The Houston Rockets destroyed him. They had over like 62 points in the paint in the first half. Now let's talk about the initial reaction as what the Toronto Raptors did when Fred VanVleet left, and that was signing Dennis Schroeder. At first, initially, I thought it was a good decision to do, good vet to have, and the locker rooms and so forth. But the question is, what was his role? That was my concern. And it looked like the start of the season, they made him start as their starting point guard, which is not the greatest decision because why? He's not a good floor spacer. He does not provide support for Pascal, OG, and Scotty. And for him to be effective, he needs the ball, but he's not that good with the ball. You kind of want Pascal and Scotty to have the ball more. But as we saw during the season, Pascal hardly touched the ball. He was always away from the ball. They didn't really give him the opportunity to have the ball. So it's very interesting what they're trying to do that season. It was kind of obvious that how they were pushing everything towards Scotty, but I don't understand the purpose of Dennis having the ball way too much. But the good thing is later in the season, they pushed him to the bench, which is where he's more suited, which is the best outcome for him as of right now. Now, moving on to Gary Trent Jr., I feel like that he should have been traded last year at the trade deadline or during the summer. As he is on his last year of his contract, I understand that he's still young. He kind of matches with Scotty and all the other youth we have now. But personally, I feel like he has too many limitations in his game. Like he's not that good of a dribbler. Like when he dribbles, he kind of is like very narrow-minded, where he always takes a contested shot. He doesn't look for the pass, and he's not a good rebounder. As you guys saw this season, he had his first career double-double when he had 10 rebounds for the first time in his game. Like just imagine, he's been in the NBA for at least 6-7 years now. He's never had a double-double. Now, obviously for me, I personally believe that, as everyone believes, his contract was worth $18 million when we easily could have kept Norman Powell, as he had signed a year for $18 million as well. for a long extension as well, which was worth the money. And his type of game was so much more suited better than what we currently have with Gary Trent Jr., which he's more suited just a catch and shoot three. That's it. He doesn't really have that much good of a defense and doesn't provide anything else. When he's hot, he's great. When he does not cannot shoot, he does not provide anything to the offense and to the defense and just destroys the flow of the game. Okay, now let's move on and discuss on what happened recently. OG Anunoby got traded for RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. It was a quick surprise just before New Year's Eve. I don't think anyone was expecting the trade to happen that quickly, but as everyone witnessed, it was a very good trade for both sides. OG is very much suited for the New York Knicks. He provides amazing defense and good offense, what they require. As you're aware, Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson, they require the ball most of the time. Now for the Raptors, getting Manu quickly and getting RJ Barrett provides more youth, which matches Scottie Barnes' timeline, which is good. It's unfortunate because, as you guys notice right now, the defense is just atrocious for the Toronto Raptors. But even before the trade, during the regular season, the Raptors' defense has always been bad. It's very puzzling how we have such very good plus defenders and the defense is just bad. I believe the guard defense is something that still needs to be improved. Even with Emmanuel Quickly, he has such great length. I think he just needs to learn how to use his length more or gain some more upper strength. But his offensive flow is very good, and his passing is pretty decent as well. For RJ Barrett, you can tell with him, he plays the offense really good. I think Darko will really give him a great system to follow, and I think he'll surprise a lot of people. Like when he plays a lot more with heart, which I like it. He plays with some grit, which is good. Now, moving on for the next trade that the Raptors did was for Pascal Siakam. They basically traded for picks and Bruce Brown. So obviously, this just trade was bound to happen once OG Anunoby was traded. They were definitely going to trade Pascal Siakam. I feel like this trade, it was just basically getting assets for the Raptors. Unfortunately, everyone is aware the Raptors received was what, 3 picks. Basically, they're all in 2024. One of them is in 2026, which is a good. But basically, as Masai Ujiri stated, it gives them room for flexibility. They're going to see if they can trade those picks to grab some more youth assets from other teams to see. You guys, we never know what Masai Ujiri will ever do, so we'll see what's going to happen. I'm not sure he's going to draft any, as we did receive a 2024 second round pick from the Detroit Pistons from the New York Knicks trade, so we'll see what's going to happen with that pick as well. So we're going to see how now this whole thing shifts towards rebuilding for Scottie Barnes. And this is where something I want to emphasize for the team is be prepared. There's going to be a lot of losing, lots of losses. The only thing you can hope for as you're watching the games is there improvements? Are the games good? Are the team playing with heart, with force? Are they putting in effort? Because that's the biggest thing. I'm pretty sure everyone saw the last game when they faced the Houston Rockets. It was demoralizing. It was horrible to watch. There was nothing. They just got there was no defense, no offense, just plain nothing. I just don't know how to describe how that offense was. So now let's move on to the last topic, the trade deadline. What you think the Toronto Raptors will expect to happen? For sure, I believe they're definitely going to make some trades. I definitely believe that Bruce Brown will be traded. Dennis Schroeder should definitely be traded. Chris Boucher should definitely be traded, which is unfortunate because Chris Boucher is our best bench player, but for some reason, Darko never plays him. He gives him limited minutes, And then everyone saw in the last game, with the Houston Rockets, he did not play at all. So I'm not sure why, as he's the one who provides all the hustle this team does not have at all. So it's very interesting what the Toronto Raptors will do. So most likely they will trade Chris Boucher. It'll be interesting to see if they trade him to the Warriors, so he goes back to where he originated from. It'll be interesting for that. I'm very curious what the Toronto Raptors are going to do with those three players. And don't forget Otto Porter Jr. I can definitely see him being traded to a contender team. So we'll kind of see what's going to happen because he hardly been playing. Basically, they've been basically keeping him healthy. So we'll see what that goes. See, the unfortunate part, I do not see Jakob Pearl being traded. The reason for that is like the Raptors don't have any centers anymore. Like, sure, Jonte Ponter is pretty good, but he does not really provide a good screen for IQ to attack the paint. He does provide spacing, which is very good. So does Scotty provide spacing. So it's kind of interesting how the Raptors are going to play it out because everyone is where we kind of had to let go Koloko for health reasons or so personal reasons. We don't really know the whole specs of it all, but he was really good. His IQ, his blocking shots, he would have been really great for the Raptors. He would have really helped it out big time. I really truly believe that in the defensive end. But it's unfortunate, and I'm kind of excited to see where the Toronto Raptors go for the next season. As everyone's aware, this season is a wash. Like, just enjoy the moments. That's all I can say, really. And that's it. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take care.